Happy Saturday. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist. My co-host, Aaron Goldstein, Goldstein Digital. First guest today, chamber members from the Toastmasters, Jessica Zarley and Jay Green. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Come on, this is Toastmasters. This is all about talking, public speaking, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have to say, it's been a great experience for me for the last, 16 months. Wow, how quickly it's gone.
Wow.
16 months that I joined back in April of last year. I can just say in regards to the Toastmaster experience, it brings out the nervousness out of you. Like I am nervous now, but after
This is radio. Probably first time on radio.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And you after you start to speak and get out to what's in your mind and you're talking to other people and you're meeting people, that's what the Toastmaster experience is all about in terms of meeting people, learning how to be a proper orator and speak and just have a good time. And I really am enjoying the experience or the journey within the Toastmasters organization.
Jessica, how did you get involved with Toastmasters?
Well, I have a client that recommended that I go check out an open house, and I went at 7:30 in the morning, and I liked what I saw. Everybody was well-spoken, and it was very organized. A lot happened in that short amount of time, and I said, all right, cool, sign me up. So I've been doing that for about a month now. I wanted to use it for, I make a lot of presentations at work, talking with new members at my gym, and I thought I can use some improvement in my communication, and it's been going really good.
What are some of the different reasons that people get involved with Toastmasters?
For the same reasons that I did, with the public speaking, leadership, time management, multitasking, to name a few. I heard one person this past weekend said that she was invited because she was at a pool party. So that was a unique one. Or, just lawyers, doctors, waitresses, any different reasons where people want to improve on their presence.
Sometimes lawyers and doctors think, well, I hired somebody to be the PR person, so I don't need to communicate. Not so?
Not so.
Not so. Everybody needs to communicate. You're going to have to communicate one time or another. You're going to have to say something. So it's best if you're going to say something, you might as well say it correctly.
I was a Toastmaster for 5 years.
Wow.
And then I saw to compete, I would have to travel, and that was a challenge for me.
Yeah.
But what great training. So positive.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And inexpensive, right?
Very inexpensive. It's like maybe around annual fees, like maybe around $40-something a year, versus if you go to another institute to learn professional speaking, you're going to pay quite amount of money for that. So the amount of money that you pay and the education and the mentorship that you receive is well worth the little money that you pay.
I watched at the meetings, and it was so positive.
Yes.
No one ever got embarrassed. No one ever was put down for their level,
Right.
for their presentations. It was always very positive.
Right. You can stumble. That's the uniqueness of Toastmasters. You can stumble, and nobody's there to laugh at you or give you a funny looking eye. They might kind of look at you and say, well, this is what you can do, or you are critiqued at the end of your speech or whatever role that you may have for that time to better yourself for the next time that you go up there. And so that's what it's always. It's a stepping stone. It's like I said, a hill going up to the top of the warehouse as far as you want to go. And that's what I like about Toastmasters.
Yeah. And Toastmasters joined the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, your mom is involved with the Lancaster Chamber.
Yeah, I think she does something around there.
For 11 years plus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So thank you for joining the Lancaster Chamber.
Yeah.
What was the thinking process that got Toastmasters involved in the Chamber of Commerce?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know that one of our members who's been involved for many years, Roxy.
Roxy Patterson. Right.
She let me know that we were a member and that I was welcome to go because she pays for that for us to be involved. She must have been a PR rep for us or something like that. So
Roxy's quite a spokesperson in the Antelope Valley.
Yes, she is.
She's a wonderful person, involved, and a Toastmaster for probably 30 years.
Right. We follow her, you know, and the others that are in there that have been there for a while. They are great mentors in terms of showing us how to, you know, just be great speakers and enjoy talking.
Right.
Bottom line, you know, you don't have to be totally professional, and you just learn how to just talk, and you have a great time.
And what are the lengths of some of the speeches that you give?
Oh, we have, for your speeches, they can go from about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we have table topics where you'll be asked a question, and then you'll have to speak in an impromptu manner for a period of 2 minutes. There's also, what else do we
I think some of the older members, I don't know what they're called, but some of theirs were like 10 to 12 minutes, I believe. So my very first speech was my icebreaker, and that one was, I want to say, 2 to 5 minutes.
Right. And they have the light system, right, or signs that tell you
Yes. It's
yellow
almost,
or green, yellow, red. That
right.
means
It's almost like you
Wrap
come
it
into
up.
wrap it up.
traffic light. You better stop, you know. And,
You mean more isn't better?
well, actually, when you get to your red, there's a 30 minutes.
30 seconds.
36 seconds, excuse me. 30
You
seconds.
do minutes, but most most
I
people
probably
are
would have gotten in an
seconds.
accident. The red light, but the red signage, 30 seconds, so you have that time to wrap up what you're going to say, and you're still be within the requirements.
How many different Toastmaster clubs are there in the Antelope Valley?
My understanding, there's approximately around 27 different Toastmasters groups within the Antelope Valley. The ones that I can probably just name three. One is ours,
What's the name of your club again?
and I'm with Citywide, and also with Eye Openers. So we're combined together. And then there's Wide Talkers, I believe, that are over at the YMCA, right off of 10th Street. And then there's a club, and I don't know, sorry, the club out there at Edwards Air Force Base.
Oh, that's good.
And they are active out in that area. But there are many other clubs within the Valley area.
Morning,
Yes.
afternoon, probably
Yes, you
evening.
have a time whenever our club is actually starts at 7:30 in the morning. So it's just great to get up in the morning, wake that brain up, and you know everything else that you need to do, and come on in. And we're there for at least an hour to an hour and a half, and then we're out of there, and we're ready to do what we need to do for the rest of the day. So
Some people are not morning people.
Some people are not morning people, so therefore, like I stated, there are other clubs. There we have a website that you can go on, and it will show probably the clubs that are within the area, or you can go over to the YMCA and they can tell you in terms of the time frame of that club, which is the Wide Talkers. For them, I believe they're not in the morning. They're like later in the day, in the afternoon. Exactly what time I don't know, but they're later in the day.
In Toastmasters, you go through a number of books with different types of speeches. So as you go through the advanced books and the radio station fits into a 10 to 15 minute talk, then work something up and come back, and we can you can do your talk,
Right.
and one of you can evaluate,
That'd
and it'll be on video.
There it is.
That'll be a first.
That would be a great one.
Yes.
When I was in Toastmasters, there was a fellow named Bill Wilson. It was his icebreaker, and he stood up, and his eyes got real big, and his face turned bright red. And a month later, we couldn't shut him up. But that first speech, it was like scary.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You stand before,
These are friends. This is a warm crowd.
Right. But inside, you're not feeling warm at that time.
Yeah, my first one, I probably was about as red as a tomato, probably like I am now. And once I was done, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then my
Wow.
next one, I was like, same thing, nervous. That wasn't so bad. this last time, I actually volunteered to do my third one, so that was an improvement for myself. So.
You're seeing progress already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
She's
less than a
doing
month.
great. She's doing great.
And you get wonderful feedback. It is so positive.
Yeah, very positive. And it's funny because it's all
There.
It's all in your head
Yeah.
when you're nervous, and really people don't really care. They're just listening to you, and they
And
give
at
you
the
that
end-
very constructive criticism.
And at the end of your speeches, we all get rewarded for different topics, from being a best speaker, the best table topic speaker,
Yeah.
and the best evaluator. So you come out of there with something in your hand that you can. I have a collection of them right now.
Oh yeah, we don't let any of those ribbons get away.
Yeah, there's ribbons. That's right.
Wonderful. It's a wonderful organization,
Yes,
and
it is.
it's so reasonably priced,
Yes.
and it's so positive, and it's good foundation for anybody getting involved in anything, even life.
Oh yeah.
Toastmasters, a website. What's a good website for Toastmasters?
It's Toastmasters.org. Okay. And all you have to do is, like I said again, Toastmasters.org, and it pops up, and all the information that you need to know, it is there. Just click on Have Fun, and you'll actually go international within that website, which is great.
Positively, and you can. I know Roxy Patterson is very involved on Facebook, so you could probably send her a
On
message, and,
Facebook, yes.
and she would hook you up with a positive group. Well, thank you very much for being Toastmasters and for being members of the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you for having us, and we'll see you Wednesday morning, 7:30, Greenhouse Cafe.
See how big my eyes got? Yeah, that was fun. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Up and down and inside out.